Now, to present the very next award, would you please welcome to the stage Magella and Daniel O'Donnell. How are you?
Nice to see you.
You're a bit popular, aren't you?
Oh, we're glad to be here. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Delighted to have you. Delighted to have you. You're going to read something for us now.
Eddie Stack and Marty Curley's youngest son, Hugh, lived most of his short life of 247 days in Temple Street Children's Hospital. Eddie and Marty live in Dublin, and every day they held Hugh, and every night they kissed their three sons goodnight, albeit in different locations.
But in hospital, Eddie and Marty witnessed many families who could not spend this time with their children as they had nowhere to stay in Dublin. Their love for their little boy inspired them to reach out and help these families. This is their story.
It was the best day of my life today he was born. Within a few hours, he just didn't seem to be acting typically. So we ended up going to ICU, but they weren't actually sure what was wrong. Marty never gave up on him, so they always felt he's going to come home and he's going to be fine. But I kind of felt by April that he was not going to be a long life, because he was fighting so many battles, and each one was taking a little bit out of him.
He was a fighter.
He was a fighter.
He tried his best to get through each issue, and then something else was knocking him back, so eventually he just couldn't make it.
He eventually passed away of pneumonia. We were going to go to America with Hugh, so we put money together as a family to go to America, and when Hugh passed away, we felt it was his money, and
it would have been spent on him anyway.
We would have lovingly spent it if we could have found, but he got the best care in the Rotunda in Temple Street. He was happy. He was so happy in Temple Street. They called him Gandhi. He was just a very chilled baby. Therefore, if we believe his home is where he's happy, then we felt we should do something for them.
And Eddie saw the lack in the hospital for accommodation for parents, because 75% of the patients aren't from Dublin. And Eddie had a brainwave to provide just something to throw a bit of energy into and sort of remember Hugh with.
Eddie and Marty bought two derelict buildings with an interconnecting garden situated between the Rotunda and Temple Street Hospital. With the help of volunteers, they are renovating to provide free accommodation and support for parents with long-term ill children.
Having a place that's a home away from home is critical. It helps from a financial point of view, on a very practical level, and it helps them hugely on an emotional level. Families meet other families who are in a similar situation, and they support each other.
I think the gift we've been given hopefully will last for a very long time, for future generations. I think what it does, it brings parents together at very difficult times. Our children, they're very sick.
This is an amazing place where we can all be together and support each other.
Many of the families staying are far from home. Americans Jenny and Gavin Drake were flying home from Paris, but landed in Dublin for the unexpected delivery of their baby daughter, Zoe Ireland.
She was born at 830 grams. She was on ventilator for a day and then was able to move to CPAP. And that's how she is right now. She's stable and doing well. It has been the biggest blessing. Obviously, being this far from home, just knowing that we have a place to stay is a true blessing.
We've never been to Ireland, and everyone's just been wonderful. They don't know us at all, but they're taking us in and really taking care of us. It's just a big stressor off of us.
I think they're amazing. She's like a dynamo, and the time and effort that she's invested into Hugh's house is just such a legacy to Hugh. He was a gorgeous baby. It doesn't matter how long you live on this earth, it's the difference that you can make, and he has made such a difference. This is just, it's all down to Hugh.
it's a fabulous tribute. I think it has helped Aidy and Marty with their grief.
The family who gained the most from this was actually us. The first year after he died, I cried every single day. Like, every day you need to get up and go to work, and you're just, you know, falling apart on the inside, but you can't, you have to keep going. And I suppose he didn't want life to go back to normal again, because it will never be normal. But what it is that we have a place that we can think of you and function.
Please welcome to the stage Aidy Stack and Marty Curley. Congratulations, you look fantastic.
Thanks.
Well done. Marty, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Do you want to hand that over, Daniel?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Guys, the compassion that you have shown for others, I think everybody in the room would agree that given the stunning loss you suffered yourselves, if you just closed the door and wanted to get on with your own grieving, nobody would have blamed you and everybody would have understood. But to turn around and start helping other people almost immediately is just so remarkable.
I suppose I can understand why people would feel that way, where you just want to get into a big hole and not come out of it. And there certainly were days, actually, when he was alive that we felt like that. But we were so grateful that he had lived for 247 days. He had got fantastic care, and we were so grateful for the three boys and the time they spent together. He loved custard, he loved songs like me. We got to know him. He was a real little person. He was a character, and we loved him. And if he left us the day before us, it wouldn't have been enough. But it was enough. It was enough.
As you said, it's not about how long you're there, it's about the difference that you make.
Yeah, and for us, Hugh it's not the end of Hugh. For now, we have, Hugh's home was in Temple Street, and as a family we lived in Dublin, so we could make that work. But we met a lot of families, 3/4 of the children who were in Temple Street are from outside Dublin, who parents decide every night who they're going to kiss.
Yeah.
And it's really hard when you have a child in the bed next to you who's looking, going, where are my parents today? And they don't understand there's mortgages to be paid and there's other children to be minded. And what we felt is that for every day of our life, we didn't have to make that decision. And we were really, really grateful for that.
Marty, of course, there are two houses and you've one done up. I'm sure people would love to help you get the second one done. How do they get involved? Because you need volunteers, you need services, and you'd love money too.
Yeah, well, we got the first house up and running with, we've a few people to be grateful for, like Charles Caldwell and the McCormick family, and we've one more day, Claire is with us today, and Difference Days who got matched us with Aer Lingus as a Difference Day project, and we had 105 volunteers come in and created a garden, Hugh's Garden. And we'd like to do the same again on the second house, but the second house is a much bigger project because it's semi-derelict and we need...
So if people want to get in touch, how do they find you?
We have a website, hugheshouse.ie, and we also have a Facebook page, and, you know, that's kind of the two sources of communication, you know.
Well, I hope you get it up and running very, very
we
quickly.
will. People are good.
Daniel and Magella, how amazing are these two?
Absolutely fantastic. Do you know what I think that was inspiring? Is that even though they had the most difficult year, they actually found something to be grateful for in that they lived in Dublin near the hospital. They saw that that was something to be grateful for, and they had the empathy for others to realise that other people maybe weren't as lucky as that. And us living in Donegal, I know with cancer and everything, people have to travel down and stay, and for you to provide that is just inspirational. And I'm sure Hugh up there is so, so proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Well, you've got some pretty famous fans who want to wish you very well as well. Take a look at this.
How's it going? We're Codaline, and we just want to congratulate Aid and Marty on their award tonight. We've been into Temple Street Hospital a few times, and the work that you guys have done is absolutely incredible. Well done and congratulations, and continue doing what you're doing.
Now, Jenny and Gavin Drake are availing of the services of Hughes House. It happened in a sudden and unexpected manner. Your baby was not due till next February, but you're on the flight home from Paris to the US. How soon into that flight, Jenny, did you realise that baby Zoe was on the way?
So I was a little worried about the time that we left the ground. We started actually timing contractions once we got up in the air, and about an hour into the flight, I knew we were in trouble.
You made it to Dublin. There was a dash to the hospital. Thankfully, baby Zoe was born well. She's 6 weeks old today.
Yes.
How's she doing?
She's doing wonderfully. She is growing like she's supposed to. She is almost 4 pounds, 1,800 grams, and we're hoping to have her home, hopefully by her due date. We'll see.
Okay. Gavin, how have the services of Hughes House helped you both?
It's been amazing. Not only do we have somewhere to stay, in a foreign country, but we have meals prepared for us, even have cooks or chefs come in, some nights, and just really take your mind off of things and make you forget, what you're actually going through. But it's brought normacy to a very abnormal situation.
You have another child. You have a son, Aidan. He's thankfully arrived in Ireland, has he?
He has, yes. He got here last week.
Okay. So Christmas in Ireland?
Christmas in Ireland.
Okay. Well, you'll get a very warm welcome from all of us. We wish baby Zoe all the very best, and thanks for being with us tonight. Gavin and Jenny, ladies and gentlemen.
What a lovely story. Magella and Daniel, thank you so much. Once more, Adi Stack and Marty Curley.